Postgraduate work permit PGWP is one of those applications that almost every international student in Canada has to apply. Now, getting that postgraduate work permit application right is very important because you've invested so much in Canada so far, and that 3 years or 1 year or 3 years of PGWP is gonna be your pathway to permanent residence in Canada. So, what are the steps to apply for a postgraduate work permit? How to prepare the application? This is what we are going to talk about in this video. So for a step-by-step on how to apply for a PGWP, stay tuned until the end. Welcome back to the channel, guys. My name is Dhruv. I'm a regulated Canadian immigration consultant. At our firm FHCN, we assist all prospective immigrants with their immigration to Canada. If you are an aspirant, you need assistance, here is our contact information. Feel free to contact us and we would be happy to assist you. If you would like to talk to me or any of the RCICs in our firm, you can book an appointment. The links to book an appointment are in the description of this video. Now, how to apply for a postgraduate work permit and what are the things you need to avoid? Let's go into the details. But before we go there, let's quickly answer the comment of this week. This week's comment comes on our video on IMM 5669 that is asked as a part of additional document request. The question is, for a sponsorship application, does the principal applicant or the sponsor have to fill this form? This is a great question. 5669 is always filled by the applicant. The sponsor does not have to fill the PR forms. 5669 is a background form and has nothing to do with the sponsor. It's always for the applicant. So even if it's a spousal sponsorship application, it is the applicant, not the sponsor, that will be completing that form. I hope this helps. Now, at the same time, the request letter that you received will have who that form is required from. Usually the name and the UCI number of the person from who they require that form is mentioned in the request letter. So also check the request letter to make sure that you are submitting who they have asked for. I hope this helps. Okay, now going into the postgraduate work permit application process. First of all, guys, this application is done online through the online GCK account, GCK portal. All of you must have seen the GCK portal. This is how it looks like. This is how you log into the portal. And once you're in the portal, you can basically select, I would like to apply to work in Canada, and then answer all the questions. Now that question flow is pretty straightforward. You just need to say you are applying to work and you have applied, you finish your studies, and it will take you to the application page where you need to upload your form and the supporting documents. Now guys, once you are at this page, this is where you upload all your application, and that's where it's important to know what all documents go in this application. Now, for a postgraduate work permit application, the first thing that you need is the application form. This is the IMM 5710 application to extend or change conditions on your work permit inside Canada. On the screen, you can see a copy of this form. This is the form that you need to fill to apply for a postgraduate work permit. In the section where it asks you what kind of application you're applying, you have to select a postgraduate work permit over there, and you need to make sure that you complete this form correctly, and you need to validate this form. Now guys, an important trick here is, and something that will help you probably, is the details of intended work in Canada section in 5710 can be left blank for this application. This is an open work permit application and you don't need to fill anything for details of intended work in Canada. So the question number 2 till 7 can be left blank for this application, which you can see here on the screen. Now that was the application form. That is one part of the application, and the second part is the supporting documents. These are very important. Firstly, you need your passport bio pages. You need a digital photograph if you're applying online, and the most important thing you need for this application is your completion letter and transcript. So guys, for a postgraduate work permit application, after November of 2024, you need to prove that you completed an eligible program of study, right? For that, you need to provide your completion letter and transcript. Now, if you end up only submitting your transcripts without the completion letter, there is a good chance that you will not get the full 3-year validity of the postgraduate work permit, and only get 1 year of validity. We've seen numerous cases where the applicants are issued a 1 year validity work permit, even if they have studied for 2 years or for a bachelor's degree in Canada. The reason is that the postgraduate work permit application requires a completion letter which states the length of the program, which the officers use to determine the length of the PGWP that must be issued to you. Hence, it's very important to make sure you have the completion letter and the transcripts that are submitted with the application. If you've done 2 programs, 1+1, you'll have the completion letter transcript for program number 1 and completion letter and transcript from program number 2. You will put them all together and you will submit both these things in order to ensure your application is complete and you don't face any further problems with your postgraduate work permit application. Now, another important document you need to include in your PGWP is the IELTS or CELPIP or PT English language exam result. As you guys may know that now for a PGWP application, you need to complete the English exam. If you've studied in a college, you need CLB 5. If you studied in a university, you need to prove CLB 7. And you need to upload an exam result which is less than 2 years old with your application for PGWP. That's it for this application, guys. Once you have all of these, the IMM 5710, your passport, your photograph, completion letter, transcript, and the English exam result, you are done with the application. You can upload the application and you are ready to proceed. Now, some important nuances for a PGWP application. If you have ever studied part-time apart from your last semester in your study program, you need to be careful about this when you submit your PGWP application. Part-time studies can make you ineligible. If you have had long breaks in your studies, or if you've had numerous semesters that you could not clear because you failed courses, you need to be careful when applying for PGWP. There may be an explanation that you need to give and reasons for, say, attending part-time or having long breaks, or else they may reject your PGWP. So be sure on addressing those things. If none of this applies to you, have been a good student, you've completed your studies, you've never studied part-time except for the last semester, and you have always cleared your exams, you don't need to worry. Just make sure you have all of this and you can go ahead and apply for your PGWP. Now, it's the time of the year when a lot of folks are finishing their studies and they will be applying for PGWP. So if you are one of them, you need assistance, again, feel free to contact us. Here is our contact information. We'll be happy to assist you and we will be able to help you with your PGWP application. That's it for this video, guys. I hope you liked this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you gained something useful from this video. If you like this video, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icon so you are notified about any new video that we upload. If you think this information may be helpful for your friend who is graduating this year, please share this video with them. Thanks a lot for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.